Hey guys, this is Justin for Louisiana Assistive Technology Initiative, and I'm a AT facilitator for Central Louisiana. And I'm also a Google educator. I work primarily with students with special needs. We do professional developments, AT consultations, tech assist. We have a lending library of items that we loan out for districts and students to try before they have to be purchased. But more of us are becoming Google educators because Google gives us the tools to impact the learning of all students, not just those with special needs, and not just those that are struggling readers or struggling writers. Maybe little Johnny just wants more visuals. Maybe someone wants to hear it read to them instead of read all the time. Why we have that one student, the 1%er that sits in the front of the classroom, maybe I would have been him, that just wants to read all the time. Well, we can differentiate our teaching so many different ways when it's digital. And Google Classroom in particular provides us with the tools to do that. There's so many great websites out there, but saying you go to this one, you turn off your speech to text. You could have text to speech though. It gets too complicated. But Google Classroom makes that easier by just giving us an easy place to send assignments, collect assignments, mark them with a grade, a way to run a classroom. Now we're gonna get to the goods, right? So I'm gonna sign out of my student, I'm gonna sign in my grown-up account. And there we go. It looks a lot like the student view at first. I still have my options where I can view my calendar, but this time instead of just for that student, it's a calendar of all my classes and assignments. So I can keep track of what's going on. I can go back to where I did my training in Grant Parish not too long ago. And I still have my work schedule. And right here, I can see just at a glance what kids have turned in their assignments, who's still working on it. Pretty awesome to keep up with all this digital stuff. And I can switch back and forth to my classes really fast. How do you add a class? It's really easy. We click the plus sign up here, create a class, and we got to give a class name, give it that, subject, why not? And that's it. I just created a classroom. There is 34, just DF. That's my new class. We're ready to roll. Let's not show that one as an example though. I'm going to show you the one that we just did. There, we're in Google Classroom, we're in the stream. So once you make your class, one of the first things you're going to want to do is to put on your syllabus and your course materials for the whole duration of the course, right? Right here we have the About tab. The About tab is where you can put your syllabus, anything you want to be there for long term, and it's always going to be available to the student. Any information you want to put, there's the calendar again. Several different ways you get to the calendar, and students can get to the calendar. This could be also a link to a class website, but you want to set up that as a base for everything else you're going to do. Second most important thing you need to do, and it's the second tab we have here, is student. I click on the student tab, and there is everybody in my class. Now, remember that student code I mentioned? It's right here. With this little number, if you gave it to your students, when they click the plus sign, they type in that code, they will join your classroom. That's the easiest way to get a student in your classroom. And you get the code from right here in the student tab. You can email students to invite them. That's all up to how the district runs their Google Apps for Education in the admin console. Most likely, you'll just be giving them the class code. Now, we have some options right over here, how we want our students to handle the class, how we want them to participate in the class. Right now, I have it where students can only comment. What that entails, they can't put anything on the stream. It's not like a message board. They can just drop stuff in and out. They can only do their assignment and comment right here. Now, if I wanted students, let's say, to post in my stream, It's not just my assignments, it's not just my announcements, but students can make their own announcements. They can post in their questions for the course. Definitely good if you're doing some type of Socratic seminar-based class. Students can post and students can reply to each other freely. So it really depends on how you want to set up your class. A lot of the younger classrooms are definitely going to turn off students can post and comment, and maybe just keep comment. And if you really want to lock it down, you can have only teacher can post and comment, if you really want to lock it down. But we still got some more options. So let's say we don't want to punish all the students. We want to give them an opportunity to use Google Classroom appropriately. We can still just mute temporarily the students that are causing issues, and we have to, relearn how to use Google Classroom. To do that, we click on any student here. I'm going to click on Central PC 11. Again, this would be real names. And now I can click on Actions. And I have a few things I can do. I can kick them out of the course entirely. That beats sending them to the office, right? They're not even in the class anymore. I can email the student, but right here I can mute. And when I click mute, and let me zoom in for you right now, the student can still do work, can still see assignments, but can't interact with other classmates, comment, or post. So I would say you should definitely open it up, your Google Classroom, at least in some way, to your students and give them a chance, because you can always mute a student temporarily or for the rest of the classroom, class time if you need to. That's a handy tool. Another awesome thing you can do is invite guardians. Right here, I invited myself. I'm my own parent for my PC1, right? And every time you post an assignment, your parent or guardian will get a notification either daily or maybe weekly. And what's awesome, those daily or weekly reports will also show what assignments are completed and what are not completed. So it's a good way to have parents updated without having to really go out there and send stuff home every day and do a lot of phone calls. They will get alerted. And to invite somebody, you just click Invite Guardian and you type in their email address and you click Invite. Now that parent's in the know. If it doesn't want to participate, they can decline it, can just retrieve the information when they want to, but I imagine a whole lot of them will like to see their kids' progress in the report summary. Pretty awesome. A feature I definitely recommend to use. Making sure there's nothing else. Oh, right here. Include this class. Yes, my class is included in my email summaries to guardians. Pretty awesome stuff. Again, if you wanted to just email a guardian, you can click the little ellipsis right here. We could email the student. We could email the guardians. We can email all guardians at one time right here if we want to do a parent announcement. These very, very simple features just make Google Classroom really awesome to use. Now let's get into the dirty, which is the stream, where we're going to be putting our assignments. Now, it doesn't have to be full like this. You can always click your post and delete it or archive if you need to. So you can always clean stuff up. Let's get real. Let's talk about actually putting stuff in Google Classroom. So we have our little plus sign down here. So if we want to make an announcement, we just click the announcement button. See if I can zoom in a bit more. There we go. Announcements are easy. I can pick what class I want the announcement to go in, or I could pick all of the classes if I want to, just by checking the boxes. So I can make an announcement across all grades I teach, all classes I teach. I won't be here on Friday. Don't drive the substitute crazy. Watch this video, respond if I wanted to. For coaches, I think this would be a great tool. I was talking with someone today that wanted to use Google Classroom with the soccer team. This would be a great way to send out announcements about reschedules and events. And you know what? It's going to show up on that calendar like everything else does. So why not? So there, I shared something with a classroom. which is what I typed. Now let me talk about these little things down here. You see this paperclip? Kind of looks familiar. It looks like something for Windows, and it is. If I want to upload a file that's not on my Google Drive, it's on my computer. It's on my hard drive. I click the paperclip. I can select a file from my computer, and I can upload the picture or whatever it is. There, I uploaded my Louisiana Assistive Technology Initiative logo. Perfect. Now, if you want to link something in Drive, that's easy too. I just click the Google Drive button. That's all the recent stuff I've put into Google Drive. There we go. Pretty easy. If I want to link a YouTube video, I click the YouTube button. I can search for a video right here, or I can copy and paste the URL address of that video and add it. And lastly, and the easiest thing, I could just link a website. Just go to a website, copy and paste the link, put it here, click add. And when I'm ready to post, even for assignments, I have some options. So you don't want to go ahead and post an assignment on Friday for Monday, right? Because you don't want the students to see it over the weekend or anything like that, or you want something just to be an announcement just that day for whatever reason. You could click post and it comes up instantly, or we can schedule. And when we schedule, we'll pick a date or a time for it to show up. There we go. There's my, with my Google image of my Lottie logo, and there's my constructive response right here. Now, again, this is an announcement, so you wouldn't generally put assignments here. I was just demonstrating how easy it is to do. The real deal, the assignments. Same situation. I have a title I can put. Going with actual words this time. Instructions of how to complete it. Now I have a due date. Pops up with a calendar. That's easy. You don't have to type in the whole date. Let's make it due the 23rd. We can pick a specific time if we wanted to. You don't have to. I'm not going to do it. And there we go. I could say a topic if you wanted to have specific topics in your class. This one's for reading. Same thing applies. I have my paperclip for files on my computer. I have my Google Drive button where I could link actual assignments. Let's link this constructive response again. I have the YouTube button, and I have my attach link for websites, which is a powerful tool you can just use on the fly, right? When you don't have time, well, you do have time to make awesome stuff, right? But sometimes a current event comes up and you just want to do a quick link. There it is. Now, I have some options. I showed you the hard way to do it in Drive. Here's the easy way. Right here, I have it where students can view the file. That means all the kids are just going to be able to see the file and can't do anything with it. Let's look at it. I have it where students can edit the file. That means they can all participate and collaborate and make changes right in the file. Maybe they want to collect resources online together and make a list in a Google document or a slideshow. They can do it right here. And that makes it so easy. Make a copy for each student. Bam. And again, when the student gets their copy, it's going to be on it. Wonderful. I can go to assign. I can save this draft if I'm not ready to go ahead and send it up. If I want to go ahead and schedule it, bam, let's schedule it. It's going to appear on the 22nd at 8 a.m. It's not going to post yet. Apparently my Google Classroom's kind of busy. It just told me it wasn't going to post yet. I'll have to redo it because I'm running so much internet stuff, right? But that makes it really easy. Now, again, when you don't want to link anything, at least not a file, and you want the assignment to be done in the classroom, Nothing to turn in. It's just going to be on the stream. We go to create a question, which is the question mark right here. You type in what your question is. How do I sleep better? It's been on my mind. Instructions. I went with that again. That's my go-to. I can set a due date for it. It doesn't have to be a due date. It's optional. Topic, again, is optional. We'll say it's reading. And how I want the students to respond. It can be open response, short answer, where they're typing a few sentences or just a word. Or it could be multiple choice. Of course, I prefer Google Forms, but if you're not ready for Google Forms, multiple choice, and we'll do one. Option 1. Every time I'm just pressing enter, and it gives me another option right here. Easy peasy. And if I do want to bring them to a website, like I said, maybe a current event or something, I can just click the link button right here and add that link. And I'm ready to ask my question. There we go. How do I sleep better? And on the student end, they'll get those multiple choice options. Easy peasy. Now, I want to show you what it looks like finally when you actually click on an assignment, when you want to actually give assignment a grade. So let's go down to this math constructor response because I have 2 students who are done. I have 2 go-getters in my class, PC number 2 and PC number 3. Right here, I'm just looking at all the ones that are done, but I could always switch to the all view to see all my kiddos. And you know what's awesome? I don't have to track down these if I want to give feedback. Before the student even submits the assignment, I can still go to that student's work, definitely if it's something on Drive. So I just click Central PC 1, who's slacking off, right? Clicking that one. There's their assignment. That dude ain't even doing it right. I'm going to leave a comment. Do better. I think you can be a little bit better than telling kids to do better. But there you go. I just gave them a teacher feedback right there. That easy. I just clicked on their assignment before they even turned it in. Also have some more options here. Right here, I'm on a 100-point scale for this assignment. You could change the point value pretty easily, though. Just by clicking here, I can type in any number I want to. I'll type in 50. If you want to update your scale, students would be notified if they've already submitted an assignment. That's bad practice. Don't do that. Pick your point scale beforehand. And I'm ready to grade. Right here, I can put in, let's say we got a 40 out of 50. Central PC didn't do good. 50 out of 50, bam. PC 3, nailed it. That's that simple. There's my grade. Now, again, it's not like a grade book. It's not like a JPAMS, a Canvas, an OnCourse, but it's a way I can actually attach a grade for that student and they'll see it. What's also cool, let's say I want to give this student another chance. Maybe this 40 out of 50 isn't that great. I can just click his turned in assignment and then go up here and click return. That's as big as he'll let me get it. You can do better. Of course, you would link them something to remedial activity, maybe a video they can do again. Give them more constructive feedback. But you can actually send the assignment back for them to do later. Just like you would if it was paper-based. But there's so much more we can do with it, right? And I love how you just have the assignments right here, even when it's not done yet. Great stuff. Now, I see up here, click on my sprocket, that little gearbox. all these grades into a Google Sheet, which is a spreadsheet, upload them someplace else, like my grade book that I use for the district. I can download the grades as a CSV file. Basically, a CSV file is just all the information separated by commas. You don't even have to look at it. If something says upload a CSV of student grades, you just download it as a CSV and then you upload it. Oh man, my wife prefers not to do the CSV, not really to do the Google Sheets. She just looks at the grade like you would a worksheet, but at least you're not carrying all those papers with you, right? And just type in the grade as you go into your official grade book. Let me show you how to reuse this assignment. The Interver Odyssey here. So if I want to reuse a post, it's the last button right here. Reuse post. Everything I've submitted, I can resubmit, and I can do it for a different class if I want to. I can do it for all classes if I wanted to. Right? What do you think was Mark Twain's biggest contribution to literature? I want to reuse this assignment. So I picked it, reuse, and I'm brought to the assignment screen again. This one was a question with just a video link. What do you think of his biggest contribution to literature was and why? Please post and respond once to other classmates' posts. Here's the video already linked. All I have to do is click ask. And now I just reused a lesson for a totally different course. All right, thank you guys.